Well, hello there. My name is SPUDS. Welcome back to F1 2011 in career mode for Season 2, Round 11, the Hungarian Grand Prix in Budapest. So let's get to it. So what's we got here? SPUDS rewarded for hard work. Yeah, I've seen that quite a few times before. First place for Weber at NÜRBURGRIng. So Weber won the German Grand Prix in the last outing. And in the Drivers' Championship we are leading, Constructors we are second, and the season objective is to finish 11th. We have 9 races remaining. So here we are, Season 2, Race 11. Right, let's have a look at the old laptop for our information. So, no real surprises. We're in qualifying, they want a pole position, and in the race they expect me to win. And practice is like cloud, qualifying and race are clear. So no rain expected this weekend. It should be dry all the way. The prime and option tyres should be out in force. No need for the intermediates and wets, hopefully. So, practice at the Hungaroring. I don't mind this circuit. I'm not terribly fast on it, but you know, we get by. So we got an R&D objective. Beat the target time of 1:20.8. See what we can do. So this is the first lap of the R&D. Jerome D'Ambrosio is coming out the pits, not getting in our way, thankfully. So round turn 1, down the hill, down to turn 2. Got to be careful on this corner. You got to judge the braking right. You could lock up as well if your brake bias is too much to the front. At least I think that's the case anyway. Coming up to turn 4 here, hidden bend at the crest of the hill. It's where Massa had his huge accident in 2009. It was a freak accident. A random spring from Barrichello's car struck his helmet. He was lucky to get away with that. A few inches in a different place and that could have gone straight through his visor. Well, he was lucky to get away with that one. So anyway, just gone through the chicane and a few turns here. Turn 9. No, turn 9. Turn 11 that was. Down to turn 12. We're 2.6 seconds up on the rest of the time. Looking good to meet our targets so far. Just need to get round here. Carrying quite a bit too much speed into that bend. Not too bad around the final corner, turn 14. Looking good here. 119.7. So we've met our objective by about a second. So this is my best practice lap. 100th of a second behind Button's time of 118.688. So our current time is 118.7. We need to improve that slightly. Looks like we're going to, because I wouldn't show you otherwise. Carrying too much speed into that corner there. That's what happens. You can run really quite wide, and that costs you. It can cost you seconds. It cost me a little bit. It cost me 0.2 of a second, which isn't too bad. We should be able to claw it back in the next 2 sectors. 1/10 down on Button's time so far. Riding the curbs a little bit. This lap seems to be a bit messier than my practice lap. My R&D lap, should I say. But we're getting by, it seems. I'm able to take these corners a lot quicker than I did last year because of a different setup. It has slightly more downforce. So I can stick it into the corners a bit more confidently now, not end up running wide all the time. So there we are, 0.2 up on our best time. Ever so slightly up on Button's time. It all depends on these last couple of corners. Coming round. Final corner. What's the time going to be? 118.5. 1/10 better than my last lap. 1/10 faster than Button's lap. And that was good enough for 3rd place in practice. Only 0.2 of Vettel's time, which isn't bad at all. So Going down the order, we find Barrichello down in 13th. A slight improvement, but not much better than what he's been doing the rest of the season. Or the earlier part of the season, should I say. So let's move on to qualifying. See where we can stick this beast. Right, objective, finish first. Right, starting a qualifying lap. That's looking not 1:18.2, not bad a lap, not too bad. I don't think it's enough pole though, so I go for another lap. Quite smooth around that corner, missing the apex a little bit and going wide. Not too bad though. Not too shabby at all. See, this turn 2. A bit tighter than it was in practice, so I haven't lost quite so much time as I usually do. So let's have a look at first sector time. 3,000th down on my best time so far, so we're looking okay. If we can improve in the next 2 sectors, it's always a bonus. Only 3 cars have set a time, so there's no real comparison going on here apart from the times Massa and Hamilton have set, which are slightly slower at the moment. But they do tend to get a bit faster as the time goes on. This session is about an hour long, I think. I can't really remember because it's only a short weekend. So 56.3, 3 tenths up, nearly 4 tenths up on our best time so far. Just the final corners to negotiate now. Seems to be holding the line pretty well. Hugging the barriers as much as we can without going too close. So, racing for the line, it's a 1:17.8. Let's flick it down to lean, save the engine. 2 seconds faster than Massa currently. And that just nabs pole by 1/10 of a second from Vettel. Followed by Hamilton, Button, Schumacher and Rosberg. Alonso finished quite far down the field, and so did Massa. Ferrari seem to be struggling a bit this year. There's Barrichello. Where did he go? Oh, 8th. Ah, not too bad. Let's see if he can improve on that. Previous form says he will just flop out the points as usual. But you never know. You never know. Well, I know. I know what happens. Of course I do. And a mini celebration sequence because I got pole. I don't know how many poles that is in my career yet. It's probably only like in the teens or something. I haven't got many. Not quite on par with Vettel yet, but I'll get there. So here it is, race day. And we need to fucking win the race. Sorry about that. I try not to swear, but I can't help it. Alright. What am I doing? Going to race straight away. No messing around. Just getting on with the job. So here we are on pole, we have Mr. Love Spuds. And in 8th we have Barrichello, and Webber is in 10th. Both Williams out qualifying the Red Bull there.
Boss wants another podium finish this weekend. Come on, you've got it in you.
Bit of encouragement from the engineer, and we are off. Pretty good getaway. Vettel is right on my right, not making any ground. He is now. He's coming up on the inside. Is he going to make it stick? No, he's not. He's not close enough to make a real challenge. So we're racing down to turn 2. Hopefully I don't mess this up. Oh, going a bit wide here. Gives them room to open. No, opens the door, should I say. Gives them room to come on through. But no, they're not quite close enough yet. They'll catch up in a minute. They're only 6/10 of a second behind me. Come around these first few corners. Oh, going a little bit wide there. That would have cost me a bit of time. Slowing a bit too soon maybe for that chicane. It's not too bad. I can't see him. I can't see the arrows yet, but I will do once I come off this grass. There it is. Slightly wide. First lap's always a bit shaky because you're sort of trying to push to get away, but then you realise you can't, and then you just maybe got to think you should be more smoother with your driving. Or is that just me? Being smooth and getting the corners correctly is more key to just raw speed. At least that's what I found anyway. Speed definitely does help. But anyway, as we finish lap 1, Hamilton has moved up to second, overtaking Vettel, who's now in third, and Button is following closely behind. Quite tightly packed. First, 17 cars? 16 cars? Because you've got the usual back markers peeling off. There seems to be a little bit of a midfield developing there. And then you've got the front runners right up my backside. So it looks like we should settle in for a nice little race here. I'm not sure how much happens here, but it doesn't look like much is happening at the minute. As long as I keep them behind me, we should be okay. It's also been going on this week in the world of F1. Not too much really. I think most of the teams are relocating to Britain or England. It's the Silverstone Grand Prix this weekend. A favourite of many a racer. I seem to be a little bit indifferent on Silverstone. I'd love to go there, to be honest. I'll probably have to go there to realise how good it really is.
You can now use DRS.
But I think the old-fashioned person inside of me kind of likes the old layout of the circuit rather than the new one. But, you know, you've got to move with the times, haven't you? I set the fastest lap of 1:19.7. That's not too bad so far. Let's see if anyone else has got an answer to that. They usually have. They're usually faster than me. But I seem to be holding them off for now, which is quite nice. But yeah, we've got the Silverstone Grand Prix this weekend. It's always a nice one. I hope the British guys do well. And again, I wouldn't mind Alonso winning, actually. I really want Kimi Raikkonen to win. Because I think it's about time he deserves a win, but it doesn't. Well, Britain being Britain, and it's most likely going to be raining this weekend, judging by the weather reports. I don't think it's going to be conditions that suit the Lotus, because the Lotus seems to like really hot weather. Places like Bahrain and then Valencia, which most of you know was absolutely searing hot. So I don't really know who it would suit more. Maybe it would suit maybe the Ferraris and Red Bulls will be at the top. Maybe the McLarens. Not sure.
According to our estimates, Vettel should be stopping for tyres in 3 laps' time.
Vettel should be stopping for tyres in 3 laps' time. So will most of the field, and me probably. My tyres are starting to wear away a little bit. You can just see a little bit of graining going on. A little bit of a line developing where you can see it's wearing. But also, what else are we seeing? Oh, talking of Britain, the Santander, the huge banking group that sponsors most of the bloody F1 teams, seems to be on everyone's car these days. They put out a film about a London Grand Prix. Now, that I would pay to go and see that, actually. That would be epic, but I really don't see how it could work. Shutting off the centre of London is not a no mean feat, especially for like 3 days from when a Grand Prix is on. It would be really nice as well. I'd love to see it, but logistically I don't think it could happen, because it's meant to go around all the London landmarks like Big Ben and all that. You know, Parliament and the Cathedral and Buckingham Palace and all that, all those nice places. But I really don't think that would happen, really. I think if there's ever going to be a London Grand Prix, I think it's more likely to be in Olympic Park once they're finished with it. I mean, yeah, that would be nice anyway. You'd have London in the background anyway, so Either way, I'd love to go and see that. I'd love to see that happen. It's just a question of if they want it badly enough. Bernie Eccleston seems to want it. Oh, a bit wide here. Gives them an opportunity to catch up, but we're still ahead just. Hamilton is looking for another error from me. Braking really early for that chicane again. It's not helping my cause. Going wide. You can see the tyres are getting a little bit worn. Front left especially. Starting to get very dark in orange colour.
The pits are clear. Now's a good time to pit.
Do I pit in this lap? Do I? Don't I? I don't really know. I might do. Yes, I'm going in. Going in a lap early because I think the tyres are getting a bit shot. I think after another lap I may have dropped down to second or third or even fourth if I made another mistake. So I think best to cut my losses and come in, seeing as I've done an extra lap in qualifying.
Exit now.
So flick it up to Rich. Probably not the
Track is clear.
best idea, but I have traction control on, so it doesn't really matter. If you have traction control off, you end up having a bit more wheel spin and spinning out on corners. Even so, I go wide on the first corner because the tyres are cold. This is the prime tyre, the soft tyre. The one we just took off was the options, the super soft, the red tyre. There's going to be a yellow flag up here. Don't know what for. Maybe someone behind me or in front got hit or spun a little bit. Got a bit, had a bit of a moment. I'm still going wide. I'm still trying to drive as if they were option tyres. Now this is on your out lap. This is the lap you have to adjust yourself, your driving style. Maybe slow down a bit. Take the corners a bit slower. But try not to lose too much time, as a lot of them will be pitting as well, and they can end up overtaking you in the pit lane
Buttons just put in a new fastest lap.
because you couldn't get to grips with the tyres quickly enough to get back round and overtake them again before they come out the pits. It looks like most of them are pitting now. A few of them are going on. I think Barrichello's in the pits. Yes, he is.
There are quite a few cars in the pits right now. Watch out for cars exiting the pits.
Keep the fuel mixture on rich to catch up as much as I can. Not going wide on the first corner at least. So far we're in 7th, slotted in between Hamilton in front there, and Barrichello has come out just behind. We're under no real threat from Barrichello. He seems to be far enough away for any real challenge. So I just need to keep up with Hamilton and we should be okay. Let's overtake most of them when they go in for their new set of tyres. Oh, too late on the braking in the chicane for the first time in this race. Ugh, excuse me, I was sort of burping. Oh, that would have been horrible with traction control off, but luckily we hold it on. We're just about keeping up with Hamilton. I think what we need to do is overtake Hamilton. I think he may have pitted.
The car ahead has just fitted prime tyres, going for a longer stint between stops.
So where are we at the moment? Still in. We're in 6th. So we gained about 1 place by doing that. I think they went in. No, 5th. Someone else has gone out. I think someone's retired maybe. It's not looking too good for the win. I think we need to pick up the pace and start racing a bit more. Try and get these corners done properly. And if possible, go for the overtake on a couple of these guys. 5th at the minute. Barrichello is actually in 6th behind me, so as long as nothing goes wrong with him, we should be okay. to take points for both of our cars for the first time since whenever. I can't remember. It's been a while. Especially with Barrichello not really being as high as 6th before, which is a nice change. Going around the final corner, we're starting lap 9. Very much into the second half of the race, and my pace has picked up slightly. Just trying to catch up to Hamilton here. Seems to have got a back marker, I think. I mean, it's either a back marker or it's Red Bull. Well, it doesn't look like he's letting him overtake him, so they must be racing for position here. So I assume that may be Webber. No, it's a German. German, who is it? No, tell me that's not D'Ambrosio. Oh, back to Hamilton. That's actually, it's not a German, it's a Belgian. It's D'Ambrosio. The Virgin is up in 3rd. Damn. So Hamilton's in 4th. Trying to get past D'Ambrosio. Ooh, going round the outside. Very dangerous move, but I made it work. And that's it. Yeah, D'Ambrosio is definitely in 3rd. And who's that? Massa. Massa's out. Some sort of failure with the car. Some sort of failure with the car means he's retired from the race. That moves us up into a podium position of 3rd. Had the DRS on D'Ambrosio. We have definitely got the faster car. A bit of a tap on the backside there. Nothing too bad. It was a bit cheeky. Now just defending this place from D'Ambrosio. Petrov is up ahead, of all people. So we need to catch up with him. It's not looking too bad actually. For a second now I didn't think we were going to make the win. So closing in on the back marker here. I think that's one of the Force Indias because they are a back marker team this season, it seems. And then Virgin's moved up to a position where they can have a podium, which is quite amazing. It's kind of amazing considering that, well, they've managed to get some points and they've worked their way up as if I was with them doing research and development, getting them up the tiers. It's Sutil. Just fly past him with the DRS open, thank you very much. But yeah, it's just odd to see the Virgins right in the points. I wonder what they're going to be like next season. Could they be challenging for the constructors? Good heavens. That'd be one hell of a turnaround in 2 seasons or 3 seasons.
Good pace, keep pushing.
So yeah, we're just closing on Petrov. 2 seconds roundabouts. He's got some back markers up against him. So they should be blocking his way, slowing him down a little bit, giving us time to catch up. And then hopefully make a sneaky move on all of these cars. He can't quite get past. It seems like this Force India, maybe? He's blocking him slightly. But now he moves past. That's the rest of there. It was a Force India. But now we're right up on the gearbox of Petrov. All in the Russian's mirrors. He should know we're here and we're about to get the DRS on him on the home straight. And there we go. See if we can flick it open. See how quickly we can get to him, getting his slipstream. Looks like we're going for the outside line because he's got the inside defending it, but he just didn't have enough to defend it. So now I'm going to flick the mixture down to standard. Now I'm in lead and now I can sort of relax, but just guide this home for the final 3 laps. Let me go past Kartikeyan, who's actually made his way up to 16th. Never thought I'd see him any higher than 23rd in my life, but In the virtual world, he's doing a lot better. Probably because his car is slightly better, especially with the Force Indias being as bad as they are. Plus the DNFs from people like Massa as well. I think a few big names have gone out. Maybe due to engine failures or some other such rubbish. Because we've got a very strange podium here. We've got SPUDS in first, Petrov in second, and D'Ambrosio in third. Makes a nice change. Let's see if Hamilton can get past D'Ambrosio though. In these final 2 laps. Starting the penultimate lap now. Lap 13 of 14. Gap is 2.6 seconds to Petrov, so they're not quite as on the pace as all the big names like McLaren and Ferrari. Hamilton is 0.2 of a second behind D'Ambrosio, so he could jump his way up into third. It'd be great if the Belgian could get a hold on to his podium, but with Hamilton on his tail, it doesn't look too likely. We'll see what happens there. Keep an eye on that. So we've got another back marker ahead. Can't really tell who that is at the minute. As Perez sets the fastest lap of a 1:18.6. Not bad. Not bad at all. About half a second quicker than my best lap. So he's on a flyer for the final charge. So what's the gap now? 3.5 seconds Petrov. We're gaining a comfortable lead now. And D'Ambrosio is 3.8 seconds behind Petrov. So it should be a comfortable victory. I just need to hold it together for one more lap, and then we can get back to our winning ways. We want that championship this year. We're going to take it by the scruff of the neck.
They're about to lap the next car. He should let you pass.
That's the Lotus of Kovalainen. Lotus changing their name to Caterham for 2012. I'm not going to even try to explain all the legal debates about the names of the cars between Lotus Renault and Lotus, as they're known in this game. But they sorted it out eventually. So, whatever. If you want to read more on that, you can have a look on Google. I'm sure they have plenty of information about that legal dispute. So Hamilton has taken D'Ambrosio after all. The Virgin not getting their first podium of their lives. It looks like it's going to be Petrov and Hamilton joining me on the podium. As I go around the final corner, turn 12, 13. Gap is 7.5 seconds now. Opened up a hell of a lead on these prime tyres. As I said before, I feel more comfortable on the prime tyre. I don't know why, I just do. So to come across the line, we have won the Hungarian Grand Prix. I am happy. 25 points, fastest lap 1:19.088, and the position has been held from the start. Pole and race win. So we've got an order here. Got D'Ambrosio finished 4th, Barrichello finished 7th in the points, grabbing 6 points for the Constructors' Championship. Button finished low, didn't have a great race. So let's see all of these DNFs. Both the Red Bulls did not finish. Both the Ferraris did not finish. Both the Mercedes did not finish. So that's a few. That's 3 of the top names there not finishing. That certainly hurts their constructors' battles and their championship hopes. So hopefully that should mean we are going to overtake the Red Bulls. Possibly. We're almost 100 points ahead of Webber. It's looking extremely good, seeing as Webber did not finish. Let's see, D'Ambrosio moves up to 13th with his good haul of points. Then Barrichello's in 15th. And then usual crowd at the bottom with the Force Indias. It's quite an interesting Drivers battle going on there. Vettel down in 5th. And yes, so we have. Williams have overtaken Red Bull in Constructors' Championship. 252 points to their 242. They're only 10 points behind, so it's still a long way to go. But taking this lead is good for morale. Not that morale seems to affect anything. That isn't really a factor in this game as yet. But surely everyone must be happy to see Williams' victory again. 4065 XP. Well, I don't know how that is calculated. So Hamilton. Wow, did Hamilton make it up to... I did not notice that. Looks like Hamilton made his way up to 2nd.
As we all know, points mean prizes. Those 25 points take you closer to the ultimate prize, the Formula One World title.
Sure does. So, yeah, it's definitely possible with the car performing as it is.
A healthy 25 points for you and the team this weekend, and a great boost to your championship challenge.
Oh yeah. Yeah, scoring points consistently is definitely important.
Now we're round about the midpoint of the season. You've got yourself positioned right at the top of the table. There's still a lot of racing to come, but you must have given more than just a passing thought to taking the title.
Yeah, sure. I think we could stand a good chance this year. We're leading both titles at the moment, so fingers crossed. So here we are back at the paddock with an email of the 7th win of the season. That's looking good. Fantastic job. Yeah. Wonderful. So, let's move back to the calendar. Next stop is Belgium, Spa for round 12. I'll see you next time.